Bow, 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 bow. That was a holy Digimon. I don't really have a least favorite Digimon. Made it in time this time? Made it in time? You're 45 minutes late? What do you mean made it in time? This is coming out of your paycheck, sir. Sorte to Loop Swamp, let's go. I feel O2 rides on the coattails of O1 too much? Nah, I disagree with that. O2 probably has some other problems, but I don't think it's that it's like more of a direct sequel to O1 than most of the other Digimon seasons are, personally. From what I recall, I think they did pretty well with like focusing on the O2 cast while keeping the presence of the O1 cast like really well, from what I recall. Hello, I'm here for another mission. Welcome, Ko. I have a job for you to do. I want you to go to Loop Swamp, where a link has been reestablished. I quit. I'm out. I'm out. Deep inside Loop Swamp, we've detected illegal activity similar to the virus program, like the one that attacked City. Chief Player, Ko doesn't have enough experience. Shouldn't we send a more experienced Tamer? Ko is still inexperienced. There's no telling what will happen. Shouldn't we call his team and let them handle it? You're right, but I think Ko is capable of handling it. Get to Loop Swamp and find out what's causing the illegal activity. Also, watch out for the whirlpools in Loop Swamp. You can enter the big ones, but not the small ones. I hate Loop Swamp. O2 had no direction after Ken was redeemed. That's its biggest flaw. I wouldn't say no direction, but it definitely, it didn't feel as focused as a lot of the other seasons did. I can agree to that. I feel what you're putting down. I don't think it was like, I wouldn't say no direction. That seems too harsh to me, but it wasn't as focused as most of the other seasons, to be honest. Loop Swamp. The song actually like triggers PTSD in me. I've heard it so much for so long. Ow. Get punched. I envy those who go through Loop Swamp without issues. People who go through Loop Swamp without issues are one of three things. Either they are A, looking at a guide the whole time, and thus they don't even count, because if you're just gonna look at a guide anyway, then you don't get to complain about Loop Swamp because you, like, cheated your way through it. B, they're insanely lucky and need to mind their own business. Or C, they don't actually remember going through Loop Swamp the first couple of times where it was super frustrating, and then they lie about, oh, it wasn't that bad, when yes, it was. Those are the only three kinds of, like, Loop Swamp people who say that they didn't have issues with it. Is the Xros Wars dub awful? I didn't watch the dub. Actually, Xros Wars is the only Digimon series I watch sub because, like, I watched it online, totally legally, before it was ever dubbed, so. Xros Wars was fun. I definitely like Xros Wars more than Data Squad, that's for dang sure. It had its problems. I don't think it's as good as the first 4 seasons. But I really liked the concept. Honestly, I think the concept of Xros Wars carried it. I think the main problem it had, its concept was, like, fantastic. But, I think they could have done even better with the cross fusions than they already were, and they were doing pretty good with them. And also, like, I just didn't really like the characters all that much. Taiki and Kiriha and Nene, I think were their names, were like the main 3. They were fine. And then there were those 2 other random humans that hung out with Taiki. I don't even remember their names. I actually forgot they were characters until just now. I think that the biggest problem with Xros Wars were the characters. The characters were very lacking. I should have hit the Poyomon, actually. Or D, I watched Chaos do Loop Swamp and then just remembered his path. I get lost every friggin' time I come here. Heaven Knuckle. Also, when I say Xros Wars, by the way, I mean when Taiki was the protagonist. I think it's still called Xros Wars when they get that new protagonist in with Gumdramon. I never watched that. I watched like 2 episodes of that, and I hated that protagonist so much. He was so annoying to me. I was like, you know what? I'm done. After they beat Bagramon, I was like, okay, I'm done watching. Like, that's the end of Xros Wars to me. Hunters, yeah, it's called Hunters or whatever. Hunters and Xros Wars are not the same thing. I don't know if they were marketed as the same thing, but like, I did not care for Hunters. That got me. That's basically when I stopped watching Digimon anime-wise. But all of the stuff, like the start of Xros Wars leading up to the defeat of Bagramon, I really liked the, like, getting the different lands, like, system they had going on. I really enjoyed the 7, like, final lands he had to go through with, like, a general of each land that they had to beat. Like, I really liked that. I had a good time with that. I think it was neat. Bow, 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 bow. Gatling Punch. I cannot believe that Poyomon is still alive right now. Well, I put myself in a fine pickle here, haven't I? Yeah, they did, in Xros Wars, they did put Lilithmon a little on comic relief, especially later in the series. Would have preferred they didn't do that. I think I have the unpopular opinion that, I actually really like Beelzemon 2010. It's called 2010, right? The, like, holy version of Beelzemon. I actually really liked the different take on Beelzemon and how they, like, did his story and all that when he was like, what's his previous form? Balmon or whatever? I still like Demon Lord Beelzemon and like Tamer's Beelzemon better, don't get me wrong. But I think a lot of people were like, a Beelzemon that isn't exactly the Tamer's one? How dare they? And I'm like, shut up. They could take a different, like, there are so many, the whole thing about Digimon is that there's like a bunch of them. Like, they're, you know, other than like the really big ones, I guess, like, there's probably only like one Azulongmon, etc. But it's a different take on the Digimon. Like, do you remember in Season 3 when there were, like, 3 Diaboromon running around just hanging out? Even though Diaboromon was, like, the big bad in the adventure movie and whatnot? I'm like, shut up. It was a neat take on Beelzemon to do something different with him. Who put this gecko on my screen? Do you prefer Digimon or Pokemon games? Digimon. Do you see how often I play Digimon games and how I almost never play Pokemon games anymore? I think your question is pretty sufficiently answered. And I bet you there's someone going like, well, yeah, you still play the Digimon ones because they get you views. No. Well, they do, and I definitely think about that when I look to start a Digimon series. But like, if I was playing Digimon games purely because they give me views and not because I get at least some enjoyment out of them compared to Pokemon games, then I would, you know, still be playing Pokemon games a lot because those also get a lot of views, as evidenced by Pokemon Infinite Fusion. But I'm a man of principle. Look at these shells. Ow. Please stop being alive. Like right now. Thank you. Greymon. Come on, man. Not Megaton Hydro. That's actually like a pretty... I thought that was a later game move. thought Megaton Hydro was like a level 40 move or something. Thought you had to be a higher level Digimon to learn that. Please die. Yo, good crit. Did not kill, though. Alas, that you say, oh no! Not the hardest of shells! Whatever shall I anyways die? Got him. Bam, 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 bam. Need a little bit of healing. 2 of these on you should do it. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and use the last one on Gatomon. Infinite Fusion is one of my favorite games. Excited to see your playthrough on YouTube. All 199 videos are on YouTube, so go crazy. You got a lot to binge. Yo, shout out to Kamemon. I actually really like Kamemon. Jumbo Gamemon is an awesome mega. Good Digimon. So close to 200 parts. It was really close, wasn't it? Literally one off. You almost reached 200 on series? I did not expect that game to be that long. I did not think that we would be getting to a part 100 in Infinite Fusion. I did not realize how long it was. By the way, I have no idea where I am or where I'm going. Like, take out your, like, icebreaker conversation starter topic cards, chat. We're in for the long haul. There's gonna be, like, 2 videos on YouTube of me just shooting the breeze with chat, as I have no idea where I am or what I'm doing. Not the acid rain. Die. You don't care for Jumbo Gamemon's design? People really do add words. I can't talk. All right. Never mind. I was gonna dunk on you, but I like stuttered for half a second, so I've lost this argument. We'll come back around to it later. What's your favorite Digimon? Well, what are the chances? There's a video on my YouTube channel that has my top 10 favorite Mega Level Digimon, and my favorite Digimon of all time is a Mega Level. So you can go check that out. What's the best Kung Fu Panda between 1 and 3? Honestly, hard. First of all, the person in chat who said 3 is out of their mind. They have no idea what they're talking about. Don't take their opinion seriously. Second of all, that was me, and I'm sorry. Second of all, really hard pick between Kung Fu Panda 1 or 2. They're both, like, flawless movies, just about. Like, they are phenomenally well done. Am I going in a circle? I might be. Honestly, I think I gotta give it to Kung Fu Panda 1. Very close though, but I love Tai Lung as a villain. I also really like what's the peacock's name? I can't remember. Shen, Lord Shen. I also really like Lord Shen. He is also like a great villain, fantastic. But I think I like Tai Lung and his story just a little bit more. And I think that might be the tipping point for me. I didn't see Kung Fu Panda 4. I heard it wasn't that good. But I didn't watch it. All right, I think I've gone around in a circle. Let's go this way now. But anyways, Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2, they're both like right there. Kung Fu Panda 3 is not a bad film, but Kung Fu Panda 3 kind of just misses out on the magic that 1 and 2 had. I think the villain is a lot weaker. He's a lot less interesting. And I wasn't really into the story, like with Poe and his family and all that. It didn't really grip me. Like all this stuff they did with Poe in the first and the second film. Ow. Do 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 do. Heaven Knuckle. Speaking of DreamWorks films, How to Train Your Dragon, fantastic. I still haven't seen the third How to Train Your Dragon movie. I think it came out at a time that I just wasn't going out to see movies anymore, and so it passed me by. I need to watch the third How to Train Your Dragon. I heard it was good. The first two are phenomenal. I think that's another case where I like How to Train Your Dragon, the first one. I like it more than the second one, but they're both, like, really close. Both incredibly well-made films. Absolutely love them. Have I gone in here yet? Where am I? I don't know where I am, who I am, or what I'm doing. All I know is that I must kill. This is a dead end over here where a Musyomon is for a quest later, right? Yeah. Hot take for the guy in the chat saying hot take. Stop putting your message twice after no one reacts to it the first time. We all saw your message the first time. You don't need to keep putting it, hoping someone will respond specifically to it. Oh yeah, How to Train Your Dragon had that TV series spin-off, Race to the Edge. That thing had like 7 seasons, right? I watched, I never, like, watched it through, but I picked up a lot of, episodes here and there. It was a good series, from what I remember. It was a good time. This guy has, an AoE 5 location thing already. It was a good show. Fiery breath. Death. Bam, 69 bits, chat. All right, playthrough's over. That didn't take long at all. Hello, I am here. This looks familiar. I feel like I'm at the end. The end of Loop Swamp should be like right around the corner, but I don't remember if I'm supposed to take this warp or go around. I think I'm supposed to take this warp. There were like 5 How to Train Your Dragon series. Yeah, they did like Race to the Edge. They did like Riders of Berk. I think there was another one. They did a lot of them. Like they got their money's worth out of that franchise. But like, the thing is you look at something like that and you're like, oh, they're just milking it. And normally you'd be right. But I watched, like, not a lot of it, but I watched a bunch of the episodes from those series, or at least one of them. And it was like, it was good. I was like, oh, wow, yeah, they actually have some cool stuff going on here. Like, this was a worthwhile thing for them to do. It wasn't like, it didn't feel like a money grab to me. My bird. And then just a 300 single to get Gatomon back up. There we go. DreamWorks making a live action How to Train Your Dragon? I feel like I heard about that. Didn't they recently, like, add a big How to Train Your Dragon thing to, like, Universal Park or something? Studios? Whatever it's called? I don't go to theme parks. This is a dead end, so I need to take that warp. Get punched. Were they gonna get live action dragons? From Berk, obviously. Did you not watch the documentary, How to Train Your Dragon? They've got dragons at Burke. Remember when Yanmamon was actually yellow? Yes, hello, Bandai? Bandai? Yeah, we got someone talking about the yellow Yanmamon in chat again. Yeah, just take care, yeah. Yeah, just, you know, yeah. Okay, cool, thanks. All right, they'll handle that. Nah, I pressed the button. I should have warped before this Numamon showed up. Oh, and there's even two of them.